And welcome everyone to Lyndhurst Community News. Today is Wednesday, February 28th, and this is episode 45. I'm Brian Haggerty, and here's what's going on this week around our township. But first, be sure to email any news to us about your club, organization, your church, school, sport, as well as weddings or anniversaries of note, birthdays of note, that is, and engagements. Now, first of all, I'm battling a little bit of a head cold, so pardon me if my voice is a little cracking. But this is the fourth week of our month-long trivia. Now, any of you who answered each week correctly will win an entry into the grand prize drawing for a $100 Home Depot gift card. Now, the drawing will be held at Vinnie's Mutz, and the winning name will be pulled by Vinnie Mutz himself. Now, the purpose of this whole months-long trivia, besides having some fun, is to begin to offer drawings for coupons, gift certificates, and giveaways that come from our local merchants. Obviously, Home Depot, we don't have a Home Depot in town, but that's also not a merchant. But we discussed this at our last Lyndhurst Merchants Association meeting, and all the merchants in attendance thought it was a great idea. You know, a giveaway to get people to come out and try new businesses with coupons or giveaways. So for now, we're giving the Home Depot gift card, but soon we will be offering prizes from our local businesses and merchants. So stay tuned, and stay tuned to the end to hear the answer to last week's trivia, as well as everyone who guessed correctly. And then I will offer the last trivia question for this month before we choose the Home Depot gift card winner. Okay, so on to this week's news. Nothing really to report this week in sports. Hopefully next week we'll have some more information for you. But of course, we are going into March. And March, what does that mean? Well, it means St. Paddy's Day is around the corner. And we have several St. Patrick's Day events going on this March. So let's start off with the St. Patrick's and St. Joseph's Party, which is going to be March 16th at 6:30 p.m. to 11 p.m., serving a hot buffet, which includes tap beer, wine, and soda, as well as a live band, the Laurel Drive Band. And this is going to be hosted by Lyndhurst's Polish American Club, which is located at 730 New Jersey Avenue, right here in town. Tickets are $45 a person, and if you're interested in tickets, you can call 201-438-9723. And on Thursday, March 14th, will be the annual corned beef dinner at the American Legion Post 139. It's always the Thursday before St. Patrick's Day. This will be from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m., It's $30 per ticket, and the tickets are available at the door. You can dine in, or you can take out, but only as long as the corned beef lasts. Once the corned beef is done, folks, that's it. And, of course, the American Legion is located at 217 Webster Avenue, right here in Lyndhurst. For more information, you may call them at 201-933-4120. All right, now, also on Saturday the 16th, if you want to go corned beef jumping from place to place, you can go from the Polish Club straight down to Our Lady of Mount Carmel, whose social concerns present a celebration of St. Joseph and St. Patrick. It's an evening of fun for the entire family. And again, as I said, this will be Saturday, March 16th, 6 to 9 p.m. The doors open at 5:30, and the cost is $30 per person. However, children under 10 will be admitted for free. The tickets are available after each Mass and also at the Rectory, which is located at 197 Kingsland Avenue. And don't forget, tickets will not be sold at the door, so you have to get them ahead of time. Tables can be reserved for 8 or more people, and the ticket deadline is March 11th. So, of course, you're going to have live entertainment as well as Irish dancers, but you must, if you want to imbibe, bring your own bottle. And if you enjoy beefsteaks as well as contributing to worthwhile causes such as scholarships and charitable contributions, mark your calendars for March 6th, which will be the annual Frank Gentile and Pete Norcia Memorial Beefsteak, which is hosted by the Italian-American Club of Lyndhurst. The event starts at 7 p.m., and it will take place at the Our Lady of Mount Carmel Parish Center at 146 Copeland Avenue. Now, tickets are $100, and the proceeds of the dinner go to fund scholarships and charitable organizations. But, and here's the big but, each ticket also enters you into the final drawing for a grand prize of $10,000 in gold bullion. So who wouldn't want $10,000 in gold bullion, especially today as gold is going up in value? So if you want your tickets for the beefsteak, you can call Lou at 973-670-3890. And if you want to volunteer, or if you have something you would like to donate, which would be given away as a door prize, call Ron at 201-481-5038. It's going to be an amazing night. Lots of things going on. Tons of people. We're expecting up to 400 people this year. So it will be a great success. And as a result, many very worthy scholarships will be awarded. Now, don't forget, folks, when I mention email addresses or telephone numbers, you don't have to run to get a pencil or a pen to write them down. They will always be listed in the description box below the video on our YouTube page. Some of you may be watching us. In fact, most of you do watch us on Facebook. But if you click the video, it will bring you to YouTube. Go directly below the video. You'll see a box where it says More, and that's usually right after the date and title. And it will give you all the contact information that you need so you don't have to run around scurrying to find a pad or a pen. All right, and a reminder that the deadline for the Veterans Banners, if you're looking to get a banner in honor of one of your family members or anybody who served in our armed forces, the deadline to do so is March 15th. That's to be able to get them up in time for Memorial Day. Now, the applications are available on the Lyndhurst official website, which is lyndhurstnj.org. But if you do have any information or any questions, you may call Tom Witt from the Veterans Alliance at 201-446-1543, and he will be happy to answer any of your questions. Now, this next thing that was sent in is actually a little far in the future, so we'll mention it several times, but why not mark your calendar anyway? On Friday, April 5th, sponsored by the Kingsland Lyndhurst AARP, Chapter 4866, Party of Five, who is a Doo-Wop a cappella band, will be performing, singing songs of the 50s and 60s. This will be at 250 Cleveland Avenue, which is the Lyndhurst Senior Building, right here in town. Tickets are $30 a person. The doors open at 5 p.m. Again, this is April 5th on Friday. So if you're interested, contact Marge at 201-935-5167 for tickets. And also, bring your own bottle and bring your own food and have a great doo-woppy time. Now, one of the things that I love and I think everyone loves about Lyndhurst is that there's always something going on. You're never bored and you're never lonely when you're in Lyndhurst. And there's something for everyone. But we have a long-standing tradition of taking care of our seniors and providing many wonderful services for them. And this is something we've always done. We're known for this here in Lyndhurst. So if you are a senior, I want you to listen to some of the great things that are offered here in the township. They're offered through the Department of Parks and Recreation, which is directed by Commissioner John Montillo. And here's a list of some of the great things that you could expect. They have evening trips to Broadway plays, and you've heard me mention some of them before here. And the price includes transportation to and from the venue by a town bus. So you literally get picked up and dropped off right back here in town. Now, of course, the cost varies with the price of the play ticket with each one, but we always report here anytime there is a play available. They also have afternoon outings for seniors for lunch and a show. One is held in the spring and one is held in the fall. Now, the venue may be either at the Brownstone or Hanover Manor. And again, we will be reporting on any of those that take place. There's also free senior citizen monthly evening meal. This monthly evening meal on the last Wednesday of the month from January through October. The event is held at the Senior Center, which is located on Cleveland Avenue. The doors open at 4:30. Dinner is served at 5. And if you want to have any more information, call the Parks Department. They also have free senior citizen morning bingo, if that's your thing, held on the first and third Wednesday of each month, except for July and August. And again, that is held at the Senior Citizen Center on Cleveland Avenue. It starts at 10 a.m. Coffee, tea, and donuts are always served. And again, call the Parks Department. Even if you need a ride, they'll pick you up. Call them at 201-804-2482. There's also free senior citizen afternoon lunch and entertainment, which is held in April at the middle school on Page Avenue. We'll remind you about that when the time comes. And finally, the free senior Thanksgiving dinner, held on the Monday before Thanksgiving in November at the middle school on Page Avenue in their gorgeous cafeteria overlooking the skyline of Manhattan. And that includes dinner as well as entertainment, and, once again, transportation is available should you need it. Just call them. All right, let's see what else we have here. So I try very often to do a spotlight on local businesses, and I want to tell you about another newer business. It's not brand new. It's been here about a year. Hard to believe, by the way. And that business is called MySalad. MySalad is located in the TJ Maxx Mall, which is at 415 Valley Brook Avenue. Now, MySalad, and it's a lot more than just salad, folks, it was born out of a love for wholesome food and the recognition of an industry deficiency. Tiana, who's also a member of our Lyndhurst Merchants Association, spent her whole childhood in the restaurants that were owned by her family, and she was working in corporate America when her future called her back to her roots. Lunch after lunch in the office, Tiana could not help but recognize the lack of fresh and wholesome food available for quick meals. She knew there was a better way to do it and began planning the early concept for what would become MySalad. Now, in 2016, the first MySalad was opened in Wayne, New Jersey. And just as, hold on here a sec. I hate when these things pop up on my computer screen asking me to upgrade something. So it opened up in Wayne, and just as she had predicted, people loved the concept of fast and wholesome food. She was only serving wraps, salad, and soups at the time, but her clientele continued to ask her for more. Eventually, MySalad grew into what it is today. Tiana took her knowledge of great, fresh ingredients and combined it with her clients' need for quick and soon-developed savory warm bowls, creative avocado toasts, recipes for fresh juices and smoothies, and toasties. And finally, in 2023, Tiana opened her next location, which is right here in Lyndhurst. And she was so excited to open up here in Lyndhurst because she used to live here. So she's very excited to be back, a lovely person, hardworking, and again, a member of the Lyndhurst's Merchants Association. Now, there are so many healthy and fresh options for everyone. Everything is prepped and cooked in-house daily. You have avocado toasts, as we said. They also have protein toasts, smoothies, as we said, freshly squeezed juices, grain bowls, and, of course, wraps, toasties, and so much more. They also have yummy shrimp, salmon, and tuna options. That's why I say this is so much more than just salad. So build your own salad or choose from one of their signature salads or wraps. Now, here's the nice part, folks. You can order on their website, and their website is ordermysalad.com. Remember, that'll be in the description box. That's ordermysalad.com. You can place an order to go, or you can have it ready for you when you arrive, or, of course, you can choose to dine in. So that's MySalad, located in the TJ Maxx Mall. Give it a try, folks. Fresh, delicious food, prepared freshly, daily for you. Have it your way, as Burger King used to say. Make your own salad, give it a try, and again, support our local merchants. And again, like I've said this before, I've talked about this young man. He's wonderful. If you need a contractor, a handyman, a painter, if you need any kind of work done on your home, you know how difficult it is to find someone who is honest and reliable. And we've got someone who's not only both of those things, but also incredibly talented. There's really nothing he cannot do. And that's Steve G. of Steve G's Home Improvements. He's located here in Lyndhurst, and he's married into a very old family. So if you need somebody to do work on your house, now that spring is here, it's time to get to all those springtime repairs that we need to do after a winter, whether it's painting, sheetrocking, maybe you want to build a deck, maybe you want to put new flooring in, new doors or windows, maybe you just need to have your patio power washed. Yes, he does it all. You can reach him at 201-725-2279. That number, like every other number, will be in the description box. And now on to some sad news this week. You know, I always say that when we lose an older person, especially someone of this age, 98, that we always lose a bridge to the past. Because with each person, all of their memories and experiences go with them. And so it's with sadness that I report this week that we're mourning the passing of Francis Donald Wynn, better known, of course, as Donald or Don to everyone who knew him. Passed away last week at the age of 98, and he was a World War II veteran. He was also a lifetime resident of Lyndhurst, so imagine that, 98 years in Lyndhurst. Now, he attended Lyndhurst High School, where, like so many others, in his junior year, he enlisted in the United States Navy to go and defend our country, never having had the chance to finish. Now, he served in the Pacific Theater, and he was on the USS LST 555 as a gunner's mate, third class, from 1943 to 1946. The USS LST 555 was part of the Philippines campaign, participating in the Lady Landings, in October and November of 1944, among other engagements. Now, Donald was a quiet and stabilizing presence within his family, with a dry wit and a strong will. He was an avid New York Giants fan, and he spent many seasons tailgating and watching his team along with his lifelong friends. In his retirement, he enjoyed sailing. He enjoyed and loved World War II history. He also loved Irish folk music and a nice glass of red wine. Now, many of you may have had his wife, Barbara, as a school teacher. She taught her entire career in the Lyndhurst Public Schools. Now, she survives Don. And, of course, Don was also a very loyal, active member years ago when he was younger in the Lyndhurst American Legion Post 139. He's also survived by his sister Margaret of Anaheim, California, as well as numerous nieces, nephews, and extended family and friends. Now, a funeral service will be held at Stellato Funeral Home at 425 Ridge Road on Friday, March 1st from 3 to 7 p.m. A Mass will be held at Sacred Heart Catholic Church, which is at 324 Ridge Road, New Jersey. And on Saturday, March 2nd at 10 a.m., that will be held. Interment will follow at Holy Cross Cemetery, which is at 340 Ridge Road. So again, our deepest condolences to the Wynn family on the passing of a great American hero, a lifelong resident, a beautiful life wonderfully lived, and a bridge to the past who's now gone on to the hereafter. We bless his soul, and we wish his wife and family well. All right, and finally, it's the end of the show, so it's time to reveal the answer to last week's trivia question, as well as tell you who got it right. So last week's trivia question was, Lyndhurst High School, their first televised football game took place in what year? Wait a minute, that's the wrong question. Sorry. Oh, my goodness. I'm reading from Joe Caffone's list of questions here. I always talk about Joe. He wrote the definitive Lyndhurst history book called My Lyndhurst. It is on Amazon. Make sure you get it, because all of the answers have so far been from his book. So here's the actual question. Lyndhurst High School played the team from what town on their first televised game? So the first time Lyndhurst High School's football game was televised, who did they play? The answers were A, Passaic, B, Garfield, C, East Patterson, or D, Clifton. And the answer is D, Clifton. So congratulations, and here's who got that right. We had Richard Santamaro, Linda Koziel, Bob Warzakowski, Jerry Sparta, Barbara Lindsay, and Jim DeBilio, as well as, and I have to give this guy an extra shout-out, Anthony Wartell, because I forgot to mention last week that he won last week's question as well. So I apologize, Anthony. Anthony's racking up the wins. We've had a lot of people so far who've gotten 2 of 3 or all 3 questions answered correctly. So congratulations to all of you. You each win an entry for the drawing of the $100 Home Depot gift card. So now it's on to this week's last trivia question for the month. Now, I tried to make this one a little easier because I do realize that there's many of you who are new to town who really don't know the answers to these questions. And if you don't have Jokaphone's book, how would you know unless you know someone who's old from town, meaning who's lived here a long time, who may possibly know the answers. So I tried to make this one a tad bit easier. Now, this is not one of Jokaphone's questions. It's kind of based on one, but I figured let me come up with something a little easier. All right, here we go. The final trivia question is, in 1917, Lyndhurst was formally incorporated into the township we know now, where it earned its name. The name, of course, being the Township of Lyndhurst. Before we were the Township of Lyndhurst, what was the official name of the township? Was it A, New Barbados Neck, B, Union Township, C, Kingsland, or D, North Newark? Okay, so those are your choices. So remember, email. Don't post. Some people like to post their answers in the description or in the comment section on Facebook. Don't do that because you don't want people to see the answer. Email directly to me at lyndhurstcommunitynews@gmail.com and make sure you include your address or telephone number because if you win the Home Depot gift card, we need to be able to get a hold of you. So that's this week's trivia question. All right. So that's it this week, folks. Now, remember, like I tell you every week, according to the fire department, they always say don't forget to remind everyone to check the batteries on your smoke detectors and your CO2 detectors because they save lives. And a reminder that a community is not its homes, its roads, or its buildings. A community is its people. And Lyndhurst has got to be one of the greatest communities around where we all look after each other. We all help one another. We all stick together. That's what makes a community. So remember, keep Lyndhurst the wonderful community it always has been. Get to know your neighbors. Look out for your neighbors, especially elderly neighbors themselves. Help them out to the best that you can. Anyway, folks, don't forget to email anything you have for us to report here to lyndhurstcommunitynews@gmail.com. And until next week, this is Brian Haggerty saying God bless you and God bless our township.